Okay, we're doing another Rawze tip here. And we're gonna check the turbo for leaking oil. I've been running my truck hard. I'm at about 12,000 miles since my PM, and about 3-4 days ago I put a gallon of oil in it, maybe 5 days ago. I ran real hard and my oil pressure had started dropping, about down to 30, I guess. 30 PSI is what it's been running at. Now normally, under normal conditions, it runs at 40 PSI. In the last few days, it's been running at about 30, and that's not unusual. I mean, around 12,000 miles for this engine anyway. And for it to run around 30 PSI, you know, hot, and that's when I was going over 70 and, you know, above Denver there, and then once I got down into the extreme temperatures down around Phoenix, where, you know, daytime temperature was 100 degrees all the time, and the motor was running hotter than normal, my oil pressure got down to 30. So anyway, today I had the filter. Today I went ahead and had the oil filter changed out, and when the tech did that, I was about 2 quarts low on oil. So needless to say, I'm concerned about where that oil's going. So right now we're going to pull this off and see if we're losing any oil out of the turbo. And nope, it's a little dirty, like it's a little dirty, like my air filter's got a leak in it somewhere between my filter and the intake of the turbo, but there's no sign of any oil, so it's not leaking there. Now that doesn't mean it's not leaking on the back side. I guess it could be leaking on the exhaust side, leaking oil. But anyway, so I know my oil leak's not there, and maybe it is that I was just running hot and pushing it hard. When I say pushing it hard, I was driving, see, I got a load of copper out of Hayden, Arizona, and that goes to Amarillo. I was 78,100 pounds, and once I made it up to 40 after pulling all those monster hills out of there, I ran pretty much 74 miles an hour, and this motor, 74 miles an hour with my 358 rear end, that puts me at 1650 RPM, which we know is ridiculous for a motor, but I was pressed for time. I wanted to get the load off. The cutoff was 2 o'clock. I wanted to get the load off so it would be on my settlement statement, and so I'd have some more money for the holiday, probably to spend on fixing things up on the truck. But anyway, I made it, did it, got it off. But I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm just trying to figure out where my oil went to. And but there we go, we did that. This is actually on my truck. That bolt is an 11mm deep well, but this 12 worked just fine on it, which probably means it's standard. It's probably not even 11mm. So I just used the 12mm deep well. It came right off, but I've had it off before, so I knew it wasn't overly tight. But all right, again, thank you, Rawze, for another valuable tip.